Good evening, everyone. This is Danny Nicole, and I am live. So I want to welcome everyone who has decided to join me tonight. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on and being with me tonight. And first, let me introduce myself. So I am Danny Nicole. I am a mom, an author, a creator, a mentor. I host a podcast for authors, and it is called the Book Talk Author Visibility Podcast. But I'm not going to be talking about the podcast tonight. What I will be talking about tonight are the 4 books in my book collection that are on sale now, and you can pre-order, and I can share that information at the end of the live. But what I wanted to do on tonight was to speak with you about the 4 books, why I wrote the books, who the books are for, and the takeaways that I want the audience to know about the books. So my first book is a fiction novel, and it is called Entangled with Deceit. Now, this book I did publish in 2024. This book is, it's my baby. This book is my baby. That's my first solo book. Let me just let you guys know this. My topic is going to be about my books, just to remind those that are coming on. And if you have questions or answers, we'll reserve that to the end, and I'll try to get to them if I can. If I cannot, I will reply after the live is over. So I just want to share that with you also. So the reason why I actually wrote this first book, so again, it's a fiction, it's a novel. And what inspired me, you might say, well, what inspired you to write this romantic drama? And so I wrote this book because I had experienced, I'm a young woman, well, now, but there's experiences in relationships from the past, and then also experiences from other people and their relationships. So a accumulation of, when I was younger and I dated, in my 20s and my 30s, even as I've gotten older, relationships change. I was in some situationships, and things of that nature. And so actually the book was written in 2017, and I didn't pick it back up again until 2023. And then that's when I decided, okay, I got something here. Let me go ahead and work on getting this book published. Now, new to publishing in around 2023, and I had no idea. But I do want to shout out Black Gold Publishing and Tahara, because they helped me kind of formulate this novel right here. And so now the book is for, at first I was saying, well, it's just for women because it's romance. But, men experience romance and betrayal and deceit and lies in relationships just as much as women. And so this novel introduces Victoria to Erickson, and they fall in love, and she feels like he's her knight in shining armor. And I've experienced that as a young woman dating, that, the guy I'm dating, okay, this is it. This is the guy that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. Well, it doesn't happen like that. I'm a big hopeless romantic, but that hasn't happened for me as of yet. And so Victoria falls for Erickson, and she finds out that he's leading a double life, and it leads to some secrets that are exposed, henceforth the entanglement with deceit. And so that's all I'm going to say, because you have to read the book to find out what happens at the end. It's not going to be your normal happy ending. There will be a twist, and a turn as you continue and get to the end of the book. And so when I wrote the book at the time, like I had said, there were some relationships in the past that kind of formulated this whole vision of this fiction romantic novel. And so what I want readers to know and take away, although it's a fiction book, there are some similarities. Probably you can relate. I mean, there's some characters you might be able to relate to. Victoria, who's a single woman looking for love. And like I said, it can be for men or women in relationships that just are toxic or just are led by betrayal. And so that is why I initially wrote that book, because I just wanted to share that, although relationships don't work out, don't give up on love. The journey of love is definitely complex. It's not easy, but life is what you make it. Oh, hello, Juanita and Patrice. Thank you for joining in. And so the next book, so these are kind of a 2-4. So after the fiction novel, I wanted to get more involved in the community and get my name out there and be known as an established author. And so I joined up with Juanita Woodson, and she had the Moments for Moms collection. And I joined for volumes 3 and volume 4, which was just released the end of December 2025. And so what inspired me to join the Moments for Moms, I'm a mom, if you didn't know that, or maybe you didn't know. If you're new to to knowing me and finding out about me, I'm a mom. And so I thought it would be great to share, I guess you could say, my vulnerability. That's why I did the fiction first, because I could make up characters all day and develop them, and they can do things that for the most part were not real life, right? But when I did the Moments for Moms volumes, I had to be vulnerable, and I had to talk about the challenges. And I'm a single mom, so I had to talk about those challenges and the joys. I love my children. My children are my world. They're my heart. God gave them to me, and I prayed that I could be a good steward over my children. But as a single mom, there were times where there was difficulties. Prayerfully and thankfully, I have family that was very supportive over the years, and they're still supportive with me and my children. Although my older two are in their 20s, and I have a teenager. So that was a challenge, because I was raising two in my 20s, and then I'm raising a teenager now, about like 13 years later. So he's a teenager, and I'm raising him I started raising him in my late 30s. So sharing that experience in these two anthologies was a way for me to share with other moms, with other women. And we became a really huge community, and I'm grateful for the women that I've had the chance to write with, because they're like sisters. I never had a sister. I am a twin to my twin brother. He is no longer with us, but we were close. And even growing up, although I had my brother, I had cousins that I consider a sister. But this is like a sister circle. And it really means a lot to me that I've had the opportunity to share and meet other moms that share the same experiences. So that's where the Moments for Mom volume books come from. Now, another book that I published, and this actually is a positive affirmation coloring book. It's a 30 days flowing from your heart coloring book. And in this coloring book, it's just like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just, so every day, if you want to encourage yourself and color, one of them says, I am worthy of all the good things life has to offer. And so when you open it up, while you're reading inspiration, you can also color it. And this came about when I was at last year's Vacation Bible School for my church. And the topic was Magnify Faith. And so the young people in their skit talked about themselves in a positive light. And they gave positive accolades. You know, I'm great. You know, I am beautiful. You know, I am powerful. And so that's how that came about, because everybody likes to color. And I'm finding out that there's a whole market out here for even adults that just love to color. But coloring is, I've heard people say, you know, it's like a safe space for them. You know, like people do poetry, like the coloring just gives them a calm or a peace to enjoy creating this picture, or even like a painter. And so I wanted to create this 30-day affirmation coloring book. So every day you have a positive affirmation that you can say about yourself, and you can also color. And so all 4 of these were published and are available currently right now. That's why I wanted to share with you about the bundle. So it's a bundle, but it's a collection that's from my heart. And I want to share this collection with you. So if you have not gotten your bundle of these 4 fabulous books, you know, you have the opportunity to do that tonight. And you can go to payhip.com//The Variety Shop, and you're going to see a picture of the 4 books bundled together. Now, I'm running a special right now for a limited time. It's $60, but you will receive all 4 books signed. You will receive a customized bookmark, and you will receive some other free gifts with the bundle. Now, the pre-order is open until next Friday, March 6th. So go ahead and get your bundle, and then once you've ordered, I will be reaching out to you. It takes about, I like to say, 10 to 14 business days. You know, it is a pre-order, but you go ahead and order your bundle as soon as you can. Tonight will be nice, will be fine. But that's why I wanted to go ahead and just share a little bit about why, you know, I wrote these books, and why I would love for you to be a part of the Danny Nicole book collection, because I plan on writing more books in different genres. There is, for those of you who don't know, there is a suspense novel that I'm actually currently working on. I want to write a horror book. I want to write a children's book, so that's separate as well. But in the meantime, I want to share my stories, because I believe each story, whether it's the fiction about romance, whether it's the anthology about being a mom, or the coloring book, one of these or all of these, I hope will resonate with someone tonight to go ahead and place their order, to know more about the collection of books that I'm writing, that I have written and published right now. Now, as for the Moments for Moms volumes, books, and the Entangled with Deceit, if you are an ebook reader and you have a Kindle, those 3 books, so all 4 books are also on Amazon, but those 3 books are in Kindle format. There might be some of you that like to use your Kindle and read. You don't want the paperback. But if you want the paperback that's signed by me, go ahead and go to payhip.com/The Variety Shop. So before I end, again, are there any questions that you have for me? If you are joining me now on the live, let me know. if there is a question I can answer. If not, that's okay too, but I just wanted to open up the floor. I do want to thank those that have come on again, and I do want to shout out Juanita Woodson and Patrice Grimble for tuning in tonight to my live. I thank everyone who has ever supported me in this writing journey, to those that are going to support me moving forward. I thank you in advance. I appreciate you. And stay tuned for more things that are going to come for Danny Nicole, because I'm working hard out here. And I want to help other authors bring visibility to their books. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. I'm here to lend a helping hand to those of you that need it. And I thank you again. And I am proud of what I have done thus far. Let me show you these beautiful colors again. And everyone have a good night. Follow me. Let me tell you where you can follow me. So I'm on Facebook at Danny Nicole and Danny Nicole and Book Talk Author Visibility. So that's where you can do the podcast. If you need information on that, reach out to me in my DMs. You can follow me on Instagram at author.DannyNicole. I am on TikTok at LovelyDiva14. I don't do a lot of advertising on that right now. I'm working on that. But Facebook and Instagram is where you're going to find me. Hey, Latricia. I'm glad you joined. Thank you for tuning in to this live on tonight. And so I have said what I need to say about my books. Again, the bundle is now ready for pre-order. So you can go to payhip.com/The Variety Shop. Get your pre-order 4-book collection. Let me just show you. This is so pretty. Go ahead and get purchase your collection. And I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.